All right, let's get started for today. It's gonna be a little bit shorter today. I'm just going to goof off today. Probably just use this as like an opportunity to get some footage for YouTube. There we go. Great, everything looks okay. Get into it. Gosh, I guess we start with River Croc. I wonder if I'm like the highest rank in Legend.
I must protect the wild.
I will never serve.
Jeez. Maybe he runs Dirty Rat.
You cannot hide.
Aggro. Gosh, what is this? It's a local bit. I'm not going to be playing this for too long today. I might play like, 5 games of each deck.
The Yeti mine is mine.
How you doing? So it's like holiday season here in America.
Hey, I got you, friend.
Time for the finishing touch.
This was my turn 3. This is their turn 3. I gave him 1 extra minion, but... This used to be good enough, but now I can't even kill anything. Have to go to sleep at a half decent time. Got Thanksgiving plans. The van, how's it going? All right, this is the Yeti turn, and he's got a lot more stats than a single Yeti. All right, that didn't go so well. You have work in the morning? What do you do for work? Besides a professional heckler. I didn't even know that rank could go this high. What today? I'm doing all right. I had another interview today for project engineering. The guy seemed really cool. He reminds me of my first boss when I started working at the UPS store. On my first day working at the UPS store, I was tasked with putting up the mail, and I was worried that because the mail had come in and it was like slightly torn, and I asked my boss, I was like, is it okay to is it okay to put the mail in the mailbox like this? Because I was like, I don't want them to think that like we opened their mail. So how do we like explain like the damaged mail? I mean, obviously, like it's their mail, right? So like you can't just not put it in their mailbox. And my boss was, he's like, all right, let me see that. And he takes the mail, he throws it on the ground. It was a piece of junk mail, but he throws it on the ground and he steps all over it. He starts stomping on it. He picks it up and there's like freaking footprint marks on it. And he's like, see that? The mailman did that. That's not our fault. He's like, whatever the customer says, we don't take any responsibility for it. So that's, I'm not saying that this guy was also stepping on mail, but like the way that he just kind of talked, and like presented himself, like very casual. You know, you don't expect that like the first day on the job, just like stepping on people's mail. But yeah, holiday season. Right now, the kitchen is a buzz with people cooking. There's my river croc. I think I just dig for my deck, set up for a next turn. I kind of want like an unleash, so maybe I'll get like a cheaper card for now. No unleash. Could be good for removal. This is better for unleash if I top deck it. So maybe he plays a spell here. Is this good enough for the clear? If he equips a weapon first, I guess he uses his mana on that. The next turn, maybe I can like River Croc. River Croc Timberwolf. That might be okay. Not great. Luckily, UPS doesn't do a lot of deliveries there. Yeah. So, in case there's a footprint on your box, you know, it could be from an employee. Yeah. I'm dying, and I think I really need an Unleashed. It'd be really good. Houndmaster. Well, damn. He has 8 on the board. I can taunt this, but that doesn't... Well, it eats up 1 extra attack, as much as I don't want to. And, I leave a 4/3 on the board, so... Hopefully I draw an Unleash soon. I think you should have just equipped the weapon. Probably could have gotten that for like 1 mana. I mean, either way, I'm just preying on an Unleashed right now. Does Stampeding Kodo even work? No, Stampeding Kodo doesn't even work. Yes! It's the best card in the deck! Okay, we're in business now. So I have 7 in hand, and 12 on the board. He's dead unless he puts up a taunt. And if I get like a stone tusk boar, I can remove it with the hunter's mark. Maybe. That weapon means nothing to me. Unless he has like double taunt in hand or something. Then it would be... Okay, that still means he can draw the taunt off of it though. Okay, he can still draw a taunt. 11 cards. Oh, and we're gonna finish him with class. Leroy Jenkins. Welcome to 2013, sucker. I got 20 ranks off of that. I guess because they were Diamond 8. That was worth absolutely 0 elo. Oh, gosh. So, the big question is, can you play your 2013 deck in 2023? Probably not. That guy didn't play very well, but, you know. Savannah High Main. Savannah High Main is a very old school hunter card. It's based off of the lion from the Lion King, Scar. Because when it dies, it summons 2 hyenas, which is indicative of the ending of the Lion King movie. Like when he's eaten by the hyenas at the very end. And the graphic, or like the art, he's like a dark dark lion, so it kind of looks like Scar. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Old school, just like you. I do enjoy me some Lion King. Little does this guy know, I run a single copy of Flare. There's not much else to silence in this deck, so I'm just gonna silence that. Wine? Are you asking for wine? Even if I play, like, Unleash here, that's not doing anything. I'd rather let him build up his board and then have him, like, remove my doo-doo 1/1s. Board's a lot scarier than my board. All right, let's see what you got, homeboy. Damn, I was hoping it wasn't that. because now I'm just like dead to board. Oh, I'm so... No, that's okay. That worked. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm exactly dead. I have to clear one thing. This is the play to win, not the play to live. If I play to live, I'm just gonna die anyway. Okay, looks like he's just gonna clear my board. Play your last pathetic card. That's a secret, right? It is. Alright, that was game 2. Got like 3 more games with that deck, then I'll switch to like a different one. Different deck. I'll play like 3 decks today and maybe just call it there. I got some other things that I need to do. Pretty good hand, all things considered. 2, 3, 3. I don't know if I want to curve into it, I guess. That's unfortunate. As much as I want to play it, you can just kill it. But then I'll have a 1-2 on the board, so I guess. Maybe I'll get like a huffer and hit him for 5. Unless he just removes everything because it's a priest. Alright, I guess he has like a 1-cost heal for 7 now. Huffer. Oh, yes. Always huffer. That's how you play Hunter. Another huffer? Oh, no, that's okay. Yes. Turn 4, baby. You better start healing, homie. Nah, healing, I mean, he can heal, but he thought about it. He thought about healing. No, he has the counter, a taunt, and I only have 1 silence. Oh, I like that. Oh yes, we're going straight dome. Heal for 7. Another secret. I wonder if I play this next turn for the draw or just kill command his head and hero power. Oh? Okay, he thought about killing this. Ooh, I kind of want the Houndmaster for damage. Kodo works too. I get the draw off of this. I get to kill the 2/2. I kind of like that, actually. This guy's playing 2023 cards, but he's still up against the 2013 pressure. I got a lot of burst in hand, too. Oh? Well, he'll want to trade here first, and then he can kill Kodo. That's not correct. Should have gone there first. Ooh, the boar. We'll maximize damage this turn. So I can do direct damage in case he puts like a taunt or clears my board, spend 7 mana, then I have lethal anyway. I want to use my hero power as much as possible to get that value out. I don't need to use the burst. Last game.
Let none survive.
Welcome to 2013. All right, so that was 3. That was game 3. 2 more games with this one, and then we'll switch. It's not bad. I don't think I want the Kodo just yet, though. It's too heavy. 2 into a 3? The dream curve. I got hella lucky rolling Huffers, though. I rolled Pyro Ball. 2, 3, 4. Damn, playing Curbstone. Do I silence that? No, I'll silence something that I can't break through. Like a big taunt. Master next turn. I can break through that with this. Next turn I might have to owl a taunt. It's a 2/5 though. I can remove it with this. I wish Kodo's only 2 attack. If this had... If this didn't have the buff. But because everything now has +1/+1 from the Powder Man, then it'll be pretty much impossible to use this Kodo unless I pair it with Iron Beak. I think I can Iron Beak this, puts a minion on the board. I can still push a little bit of damage with hero power and just go to his face. Play high main next turn.
Barrel thrown. Explosions imminent. It's time to even the scales.
Yeah, if he draws a big taunt, I'm in big trouble. Luckily, this is sticky. I have one more Iron Beak, so I can search for it now.
The moment is upon us.
Got one more shot.
The moment is upon us.
Not quite. Kill command deals 5. This is quite. Make it a 9/7. Soundmaster kill command for burst. 8. Do that. I have no other choice. Francis, dude. He's at 1 health. He's at 1 health. If I draw kill command, Nikki was asking about you, man. Nikki was trying to get into streaming, but like her computer is freaking ancient. No, top deck croc. Not great. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like she texted everybody about it. This guy went face? Dog. Oh no. Now you die. Oh yeah, she was streaming. She's playing like what looked like Roblox, like a Minecraft version. Or I guess if Roblox had Minecraft. And then she tried playing Fortnite, but she has really low upload speed, like 1 or 2, something like that. And I was like checking in on her stream, and it looked like it was so pixelated. It kind of looked like I was watching like TV porn because of how much pixelation there was. I made it to Legend? Yeah, dude. Now that I'm in Legend, I want to see, can the decks from 2013, 2014 compete in Wild, in Legend Wild? What did he play? I wonder if he's aggro. If he's aggro, I guess I could take the Iron Beak for now, and then maybe just tracking a high main later. Undertaker? Damn. Who's playing the old decks now? I guess this was a good pick. I guess I can coin the Iron Beak into a 3-drop. That might be okay. She was streaming like a month ago. I think she's trying to get a better PC because like the stream would constantly like freeze or stutter or... Oh, this is an undead. This just dies to these two, but I guess it helps remove. Or not. I don't even know. What would I want? Unleash? Kill one thing?
Let none survive. The moment is upon us.
Iron Beak isn't very good because it kills nothing. You can kill it for free.
Vengeance is near.
Okay, if I draw Unleash, this is the best card. Yeah, her stream kept freezing like her game. They drew 4 cards, which means I get 1. Oh yeah. There's Unleash. Okay, now what do? I can refresh 2 mana, give everything +1 attack, and kill Magatha, I guess? I guess that's the best thing I can do. Like, I'd want to play this, right? But it just dies to the Magatha, because this gets +3 health, so it's 5. It just dies for free. I get an extra card this way, too.
It's time to even the
One more dead cat hurts.
I guess that was the best target. Hit my face. This guy's all minions though, so I know he doesn't have like spells for removal, but at the same time, I don't have a lot of pressure going on and I'm dead to board. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11? No, I'm at 1. Alright, I mean, if I'm at 1, then... No, he's got to trade, not me.
Take a good look
Oh no, not my hyena. I think that's... No, I'm at 2. Take this! Alright. I'm 2-2 in this deck, so... Play one more game, and switch to a different deck. Dude, it's hard playing with 10-year-old cards, trying to keep up with when you like Magatha drew 5 cards, well 4 cards. I mean, I guess Buzzard Unleash the Hounds is a pretty classic combo. That was also 5 mana, but required him to have minions, and my minions were 1/1s as compared to like the tokens that he was generating.
Never, sir.
Assuming this is even shaman, I guess I can use this for early removal. This is okay, unless they have the healing or the health boost for their totems. It's not even shaman. I saw no point in playing this. I guess if I played it, this would have already been 2 damage to his face. Maybe I should have just played it, just cuz. Pass? I guess I'll play it. Take an extra damage. This would have been 3 damage to his face. So I'm missing an extra 2. We'll see if that bites me in the butt. I have a feeling this is big shaman. They're not doing anything. So they're saving the coin to coin something out. Yeah, hilarious. Okay, yeah, turn 3. Play Yeti, or 2023, coin Ancestor's Call into a Mega Wind Fury 416. Which do you think is the stronger play?
You cannot hide.
Take this.
Job's done.
Okay. Turn 4, your turn. Yep. Lifesteal and everything. Back totem, nice. Turn 5, that's my turn. Alright, turns out it's really hard to win with this deck. Okay, so that's 5 games with Crocs on my feet. Play Mid-Range Hunter. 2014, that's 1 year in advance. Now let's play some Zulok. 2013 Zulok. That Shaman card on turn 3 would have killed all of my Yetis and healed him.
Victory for the Forsaken.
Your soul shall be mine.
That's unfortunate. I just want 1-drops. This is okay. I want like leper gnomes and void walkers. I wonder if it's ever the right play. I was gonna power overwhelming and Void Walker if I didn't draw another one drop. I was up against a Demon Seed Warlock, and they couldn't even damage themselves because of all the stuff I had on the board.
A black arrow.
Actually, I think power overwhelming was the play because I don't want to give him minions to shoot things at. And then next turn I could have done like Knife Juggler and my Leper Gnome. But would somebody in 2013 have known that? I don't think so. It's a very minion-centric deck.
The moment is upon us.
Against a deck that wants to shoot all of your minions. Please don't discard Doomguard. Unfortunate. I just dealt 8 damage to him. Barnes? Huh. Interesting. Wait, this counts for his quest? That's insane. I think I'm dead. I can't put anything on the board because he's just gonna kill it. Which is what he wants. Alright, that was game 1. Although it is funny seeing Barnes now. Not bad. Turn 1, play Void Walker, and then Direwolf Alpha to help fight off his totems. This is gonna be like a 2-3. Put more stuff on the board. It's better for Alpha. That's perfect. Next turn, I'll put the Knife Juggler over here. Hopefully I draw like a 1-drop. Crackled my Direwolf. Damn. Nice. So it's better to do this so that the knife guarantee lands on his head. Actually, it didn't matter if it landed on his head, because if it landed on the 0-2, I could have just killed it with this. So it actually didn't matter at all. Direwolf Alpha is better. Alternatively, it was tap, which I didn't want. I know this looks weird, trading as a zoo, but I have a pretty strong board, and now I have they don't have board clears, so to play my hand out. Yeah, sure. Wait. I could have just soul fired the minion instead. Kept my minion alive. Wait, that wasn't a bot? Okay. I just assume all even shamans are bots. Okay, 1-1. So I got 3 more games to go. I was 2-3 with the hunter. I'm 1-1 right now. Another shaman.
For Doomhammer, your soul shall be mine.
More 1-drops. That's all you want. We go like Flame Imp into Knife Juggler. I think that's the move.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Hopefully in the next 2 turns I draw a 1-drop, so I can play Juggler into Direwolf plus a 1-drop. Unless I really need the Iron Beak on 3. Coin weapon? The only thing they ever coin. Or not. I honestly don't understand. That was they just floated the coin for no reason. I guess this one has to be a bot, right? Like there's no way you would coin into nothing. Okay, there's the weapon. So I mean, as the bot, if you were going to use your face, you'd probably want to hit this. Okay, so the move is to play 1 first, because it's a 67% chance to hit the one you want, right? And then you play the one drop and hopefully it kills the other. All right, 50-50. Let's go. Yes. How's it going? I am a mechanical engineer with a focus in PID systems. Not very exciting, but yeah, I enjoy learning things. I think that's the best aspect of engineering. What about you? Are you an engineer? Aspiring engineer, or do you have a disdain towards engineers? Not PDI, but PID. Like control systems. Although, in my professional career, I've kind of floated towards, like, more towards, I think I'm going to silence this. And maybe just go to his dome. Sorry, let me take my turn first. I don't want him having this. Just out of principle. But that's like how you design controllers. So it's if you imagine, say, like the heater in your house, right? If you set it to a certain temperature, and this is kind of the basic example that they teach in classes, is if you have a controller and you set it to, say, 65 degrees Fahrenheit or whatever, it can be Celsius, but not 65 Celsius, but it can be whatever. If you set it to 65 Fahrenheit, your house will begin to heat up, right? That's kind of annoying. And as it heats up, right, your controller is monitoring the temperature as it's increasing, and there's kind of let's imagine if you have like an XY graph, right? Let's say over time, you know, your Y you have, or your X, right? Your X you have time, and Y is your temperature. So over time, right, your temperature goes up, and there's a horizontal axis at 65 degrees. Now, there's a little bit of delay. Oops. Hold on. Do I have lethal? I don't think so. I'm just going to dome him. There's a little bit of delay, right? Because once it hits 65, the thermometer isn't going to recognize that immediately and shut off, right? So it'll continue to heat the house, and then once your thermometer or your computer realizes it's at 65 degrees, it'll shut off, right? But then, you know, your house begins to cool, and then your thermometer adjusts, right? Maybe it's a little bit higher, 66, maybe 67, depending on the calibration. That's where the PID kicks in, right? So you have this graph, and you overshoot, right? You overshoot your ideal temperature, and it goes a little above what you set it to, and then it dips below. And then once it dips below, of course, your computer recognizes that, and then it tries to turn the heat back on, and it kind of fluctuates between that horizontal, or like the ideal temperature that you're looking for. Well, hopefully I draw like Soulfire, Doom Guards. I have a couple of outs here. Unless he can't kill my 3-2. He could get a taunt. 65 Celsius? It's a little warm, yeah. But that's what PIDs are for. They're I forgot. I think P is partial, I is integral, D is derivative. So they're designed to kind of regulate and monitor systems. Again, that was what I studied in engineering, but I personally don't really use that with the work that I've done. I've been in renewable energies and other fields of science. I'm more like a process engineer now. That's kind of where my focus has been. All right, sweet. Proportional? Okay, it is proportional. Great. I don't remember what P was. A fellow engineer in the chat. That class was so. I remember. So if you remember having to manually draw like the X's and the zeros when it came to like the zeros and the what are they called? The gosh, I forgot what the X's were already. I remember one of our classmates didn't know like at all how to graph that. And he was like, I don't know, dude, I just started drawing football plays on my paper. I think the cool thing about mechanical engineering, though, is that you kind of learn about every single other branch of engineering. It's kind of... There's a video that I was watching not too long ago that is called... If I do this, this becomes a 3-3, so he has to trade here or he has to ping. He might trade here. But I need to tap next turn, which isn't great. It's called the Map of Engineering, and it kind of shows all the different branches of engineering, and kind of right in the center of all of them is mechanical engineering. Because, like, you know, if you're studying aeronautical science or civil engineering or whatever, you need to understand materials. It's just... Why would he go to my dome unless that's a flame ward? If I'm this guy, if that's a flame ward, I trade here. It's not a flame ward. You know, but if you're in, like, say, maybe chemical engineering, you might not necessarily need to know much about, like, electrical, right? VCL and all those other laws probably aren't that important to you. Objection? It is. I mean, honestly, I don't want him to draw, so if that's rigged fair games, you gotta trade into me, homie. This is 6-6, 6-5. I hate they buffed that card. Why? That card did not need a buff. Alright, so I'm going to check for objection. Not. Probably rigged fair games. It is. That's the one thing I was trying to prevent him from getting, but I couldn't stop it this turn.
It'll be our little secret.
That's interesting. Why do you ping? So this has to be counterspell. Unfortunately, I guess I can like DID this there, hit there, play Argent Squire. This kind of showcases the difference between aggro then versus now. Is kind of aggro now has the capability to board clear. Their minions give extra value with the cards that you draw. And again, another one is draw. Like the reason Zoo kind of worked with Warlock is because the hero power like mitigated that. You didn't need as much draw. But other classes, in order to keep up, they have like draw and cycling and removal built into the cards themselves.
Your signature
Is required. I think I'm just wasting my time. There's nothing I can do.
You win this time.
I think that was game 3. So 2 more games with this, and then I'll switch to the last deck of the day, and then I'm gonna go do some other things. Holiday season. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, but you know, I want to finish some videos because I want to release it by Friday. And then get started on the next one. Maybe exercise a little bit just to prepare for tomorrow. I can eat as much as possible. Did you know, by the way, that the busiest day for plumbing is Black Friday? It's the Friday after Thanksgiving. That's the busiest day for plumbing.
Get in there, fight, maggot.
Damn. Are you gonna race me? I mean, out of gas, but he needs to trade this. If I top deck Doomguard, then I win. Oh, he has Rush, of course. Aw, lame. Next card? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, as an aggro style deck themselves, this card was able to cheat out an extra 4 mana on turn 3, and then his 2-drop gave everything more attack and rush. The quality of cards between then and now. which is fine. I mean, I put them really low. It's okay. I think the best way to put it is, I think the power of aggression is very similar between then and now. However, now has more sustain, so you can generate more value now, but the amount of damage is pretty similar. In my experience, is what I've noticed.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
You thought this was a life lesson? Nah, the value back then had more. Now, things ain't worth shit. Probably play double priestess here. Yikes, that's not what I want to see. Trade first. Make it a 50-50 to kill this. Or is it? No, they both landed on these. Why? Put one on here. It was actually a 25% chance because the 50-50 twice is 25%. Put stuff on the board. That's what I do. Again, man, try to put the well 1 health here on the 1 health guy. Man, got some weenies out of that. I guess I have this. So your job is to improve PID response? Is that the role you wanted to go after? No. And you'll have to excuse the. Gotta think my turn's out. What engineering are you in, by the way? If you are in engineering, I figure it's very happenstance that somebody would come in here and ask about engineering, because I'm playing a children's card game that's more than 10 years old. But so in my college there were only 2 majors that you could get into. It was either fluid dynamics or control systems. Those are the 2 branches that they offered in mechanical engineering. Sorry, let me finish this. How come I didn't? So I realized afterwards. Okay, so I had a couple of life-changing experience. When I was in college, I learned about renewable energies, and I took a class that talked about what's known as biomimicry. And one second. No, I had to search for it. So I actually bought the book on it. It's called Biomimicry by Janine Benays. And you can see innovation inspired by nature. And what I like about it is it talks about how in engineering, in engineering they talk about how they try to make things idiot-proof, right? Where by design, I have 5 plus 5. I'm off by a little bit. Unfortunate. I have to trade here or I die. Yeah, I have no other way to trade. So biomimicry talks about how nature has made things as efficient as possible because they have to be, right, in order to survive. You know, the reason that birds can fly or whatever, hollow bones, they're lighter, etc., right, so on and so forth. So I really like that idea where you take innovation and inspiration from nature because it is effectively one of the most efficient things on the planet. And, you know, engineering is all about making things idiot-proof, but the world makes people dumber faster than you can innovate to make it idiot-proof, you know? Like, okay, I mean, it's a little harsh to say, but like, you shouldn't put Gorilla Glue in your hair, or you shouldn't, like, you know, you make things as safe as realistically possible, but people find ways to get around that. I lost. Unfortunate. Cut down trees with our teeth. Yeah. But, you know, like, even like the little habitats that beavers build. Or, I mean, what if you took that idea? Why is it that beavers are efficient, you know, at breaking down trees with their teeth? What if we shaped chainsaws in the way that beavers' teeth are like formed and shaped? Would that help? Would that? Because, you know, as it stands now, the way that the blades are shaped, especially like with a chainsaw, they're curved towards you, right? Because if they were curved the other way, then, you know, if it catches, the chainsaw would kick forward, right? That's kind of how they're designed. You know, but with a beaver, like, what if? So there's a difference between a rotational tool and an oscillating tool. So a rotational tool is something that goes in a circle, a chainsaw or an angle grinder or a Dremel, things like that, things that rotate, right? But if you have an oscillating tool, those are tools that move back and forth very quickly and they don't make a full rotation. And that is something that is used in things like cutting off a cast, right? Because again, engineering is about making things safe and efficient. So if you have an oscillating tool to cut off a cast, it's close to human skin on your leg, on your arm, or wherever. But if you have a tool that oscillates, right, instead of making a full rotation and possibly cutting human skin, you're actually just going back and forth. So you have a much smaller chance of causing any kind of laceration to a human skin. And that's why there's a difference between rotational and oscillating tools. So what if, right, we took those beaver teeth and put it on chainsaws and made an oscillating tool to cut trees? Thanks for the follow. Also, as you can tell, I get very passionate. So back to why I'm not in control systems. The reason is because I learned about renewable energies and biomimicry, and biomimicry is an extremely rare field. I mean, if you think about why our drones look like dragonflies or hummingbirds, it's because... Did I lose? I might have lost. This card's like really good. Dragonflies and hummingbirds, the way that their wings are particularly shaped is because they can move backwards while they're flying. Birds, they can't. But dragonflies, hummingbirds, they can hover, right? Kind of like a helicopter. They can hover, they can move up, down, back, forward. I mean, they're so much more versatile. So I learned about renewable energies and biomimicry, and I think fluids might have been more useful in that field. You learn about like the invention of insulin and how that's based off of E. coli, right? Because they reproduce so quickly, you inject it with the protein of insulin, which, by the way, used to come from animals. That's where insulin used to come from. And now they make it by injecting insulin into like E. coli because it's so fast at propagating, and that's how they can mass produce it. And I learned all that from biomimicry. So, that's innovation by nature. It's kind of like the moss that you see on top of like ponds. It just builds so quickly. I wonder if I should kill this or just go to his dome. Nah, what is a 2/3 gonna do? Even if it can summon 2/2s, they don't do anything. This book is called Biomimicry by Janine Benaus. Biomimicry is a niche sector. So think about this. Ounce per ounce, spider silk is 10 times stronger than steel. But it is extremely difficult to get that. Right? You'd need a farm, you would need some way to sustainably source spider silk and extract it. And there's different kinds of spider silk, and they have different purposes. So if you think about what that would take, right? And that's big money, right? If it's stronger than steel, you could have something better than Kevlar. It's lighter. It has so many more applications. I think I win. Okay, I think I'm like 2-2 with this deck. All right, deciding factor here. And yeah, so that's big Department of Defense contracts. That's a lot of money. I mean, when it comes to Department of Defense, they have the most funds. You look at Berkeley National Labs, Department of Energy. Things are falling apart there. That's from like the 60s. But you go to Lawrence Livermore, that's Department of Defense. That's money. But, a famous example are the Japanese cars, the maglev cars. The front of the cars are designed from the Kingfisher because one of the head engineers was an avid bird watcher. And what I love about biomimicry is that it works with so many different branches. You have the biologist, you have the chemist, you have so many different avenues looking at a certain problem that you want to fix, right? So you get to explore a little bit more. And Janine Benaeus actually has a website. I sound like a sponsor, but I'm not. And you can kind of ask it a question like, why is it that, you know, sharks never get parasites? Something like that. And turns out that the scales on sharks form a specific pattern that makes it so that infections cannot propagate. Okay, cool. How do you then apply that to, say, a real-world situation? Well, what if you can replicate that pattern put more stuff on the board. What if you can replicate that pattern and, say, put it on hospitals? All the doors that have that special pattern will not build up any bacteria, right? You want to be as clean as possible in a hospital. And that's actually an example they used in biomimicry in the book itself. So I think it would be cool, you know, you're out there in the world and say you're talking to a biologist, you know, and they're like, sorry, thinking about my turn. You want to know why a certain animal does something, why they behave a certain way, or how something works. Then as an engineer, you can kind of take that and think to yourself, okay, what if I did this, right? I think I lost. As long as I don't discard Doomguard, I might be actually, it's probably Counterspell. It is. I'm so dead. Because it just blows up my board. You can ping. I think I lost. Yeah, this has too much value. Alright, let's switch to the other deck. So I was 2-3 with this deck, 2-3 with my Hunter deck. I'll go to the last one. It's a Mysterious Challenger? Something like that. What math do you use in jobs? So I went all the way up to advanced engineering in mathematics, where you would essentially take Fourier transforms and like Laplace, and you would do that all manually on paper. So when I was in college, I was actually in the Philippines. So it was a lot more work because they didn't have computers or calculators. I did a higher math than I necessarily needed to. And I can tell you, after going through calculus and advanced engineering mathematics, the most useful math that you can use in real life are statistics and trigonometry. Because, you know, shapes and dimensions, and of course statistics to find correlations. And statistics is so important that it's the only department in math that has its own department, right? There's no calculus department in a college. There's no geometry department in a college, but there is a statistics department. That's how important it is in terms of mathematics. But, I mean, in general, you can use all kinds of fundamental math. Maybe I should have played the Avenge instead of the... Because the redemption will bring back the noble sack, which I don't want. You know, maybe let's say you're building something or you need to know the volume of something. That's why it's important to know like formulas off the top of your head. Like what is the volume of a sphere? 4/3 pi r cubed, right? Okay, well, what is the surface area? You can just take the derivative of that, and so on and so forth. I mean, having those memorized it's not important. Like, as long as you know what you're looking for, you know where to find it, that's probably sufficient for anything you need to do. The best answer is Excel. I used a lot of Excel when graphing things and, oh boy, when doing things.
Put your faith in the light.
Calculus is rare to be used in engineering work environment. It's not rare in that there's a lot of it. Interesting. It's rare in that you yourself would have to use it. Like, okay, let's say, for example, you you want to find a finite amount of something, and you have you're running tests. I don't know. I've personally never had to use it, is all I'm saying. It's not something that's very common to use, but there is a lot of it. What do I want to do here? I guess I can start doming him up. He doesn't have a lot of cards, so yeah, let's dome him. But yeah, PIDs were not important to me after I learned about biomimicry and after I learned about renewable energies. I don't care that he has this up because I have no cards in my hand. It doesn't matter if they cost 10 mana or more. For your job, you don't use calculus on a daily basis, but you have to understand it? Right. I mean, that's kind of important. Like, a fundamental is just understanding where it comes from or why it's important.
Come with me into the future.
Rocket engines, literal rocket science. Alright, the pro gamer move is to hit him in the face with this. Nope. Oh, I killed a tutu though. I'll take that. I don't have any direct damage though. Oh, I do. I have my horse rider. If I top deck consecration or horse rider, hit him in the face, I win.
Our gift of fire empowers us.
Oh yeah, I am fully prepared to take this damage. It's just you and me, buddy. Oh wait, am I dead? No! So close. Just a little tip. A lot of companies now, so instead of just Excel, they use Jump. I was learning Jump at my recent job. I think it stands for like Jason's Microsoft program, something like that. But it's a visual... It's a more in-depth way to graph data. So Excel is easier to learn and get into, but I recommend learning Jump. JMP. It's just pronounced Jump. You get that on your resume, you're gonna look like you're ahead of the game. You've never used Jump? I mean, let's be honest. I'm funnier, more attractive, charismatic, well sought after, comedic, genius, philanthropist. I mean, if I'm giving advice, were you going to listen to me? Nah, just kidding. I don't even want a hero power here because I don't want redemption triggering on a piloted shredder. Your turn. Or I only want redemption on pilot. I don't want it on a 1-1. I didn't even take into consideration that could have been like counterspell or objection. Are you also getting into mechanical engineering? Me and Francois are classmates, and we're both mechanical engineering, and the lovely sparkling mango is electrical engineering. Mech Eng. Yeah. If you're not sure which engineering you want to go to, I do recommend mechanical, only because, again, it is so broad in the things that you learn and do. It's a fundamental. Oh. Yeah, take this. They both represent 6 damage, but if this is doing AoE, I might as well get rid of that. Try to play Challenger next turn. That's a lot of secrets, and by a lot of secrets, I mean I am positive one of those has to be... It has to be objection. Nope. So it's counterspell, rigged fair games.
It'll be our little secret.
What secrets does the cosmos hold?
I think I'm just wasting my time here. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of cons in the engineering work. CAD engineering. I guess if you like doing that kind of stuff, if you get into CAD, then there's other bonuses, like you can start 3D printing and like even making your own like little creations, cup holders, phone holders, like little practical things that instead of just buying, you can design and make yourself. I think CAD is definitely a good field to get into because most places want someone that can work with CAD. In fact, I would say it's probably the best field in terms of like specifically mechanical engineering. Yeah, explain RF to us.
Time goes short.
The Seed Lord its own treasure.
Why wouldn't you aquatic form first? In case you get a 1-drop you want.
Time for the finishing touch.
I think they're just putting it nicely, Francois. I think what they're asking is, when you're so freaking useless, how is it that... Nah, imagine. I remember when I was in school, my electrical engineering teacher would tell me that his neighbor would often go to him for help about like wiring things in the house. And my electrical engineering teacher was like, he would get annoyed because he was like, yo, I'm not an electrician. But I'll help you out. Okay. I kind of want to kill this because this will draw him a card, but this also guarantees to draw him a card, but... I'll do that. Because next turn, if I play Belcher or Challenger, he might not attack with this. I'll do Challenger next turn. I want to dim my deck, then I go into like Belcher or something. Now I kind of just want to Belcher, because as it stands, he can't attack through it on board. That's also really good, because that means my 1-2 will address these. Even if he can get through it this turn, maybe he won't draw, is the hope. Then I can go Challenger. Looks like he's gonna buff the board. Yep. He still doesn't get to draw because it's only 2 damage. Okay, now he gets to draw. Unfortunately, I think I'm dead to board. 10 plus 12 is 22. I'm exactly dead to board. Well, he has hero power, actually. That's even more damage. Maybe he'll trade. Even if I'm not dead right now, I needed to top deck Equality and then Consecrate, or vice versa, because I'm not clearing the board in any capacity. All this guy needed to do was hero power to check for get down, and I would have lost, but now he doesn't have the damage. But I'm just wasting my time. Again, I needed to top deck Equality into Consecrate because he can just kill me the next turn. I think I'm 0-3 with his deck. Just awful. You saw that 34% of graduates in mech engineering are unemployed. See, that's the thing about mechanical engineering, is because it's so broad, you're almost a master of none when you first graduate, which is why being proficient in CAD is really important. Damn, dude. What happened? Yeah, how about you just stop talking? Here, that's what Francois was saying. Are you serious? He freaking had that in his hand? And I missed. You need 5 years experience in the engineering field. Honestly, that's not necessary. TBH. It's mostly to discourage people from applying, but like if you have enough, like, say, experience, like internship, or like, let's say you have a portfolio where you show you're like really proficient at CAD, or like you've made or built your own things. I mean, there's no reason not to apply. We all start somewhere, right? That's the catch-22. You need experience to get a job, but how do you get a job with no experience? Right? I mean, a lot of people understand that, so.
Time for the finishing touch.
Curve stone. I like that he played that first because he thought it was Oh My Yogg, but I'm not playing that card because that card is too new. He's in trouble because he can't really hurt himself right now. He needs to heal. So that's 8 heal right now. Damn. Damn, hella heal. I think I lost. It's too much heal. I think I'm wasting my time at this point. He has heals, taunts, so I'm like 0-4 with this deck, which means my next game is my last game, which means that this had the poorest performance, and this deck's from 2017, so that means that the decks from 2013 and 14 did better because they were aggro designed. All right, Francois, thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your... Maybe it's a meeting about Thanksgiving. You're going to talk about the food you're going to eat, and you're going to get paid to sit there and talk about food. I don't know. Maybe you're going to talk about the mechanics of slapping the turkey instead of cooking it to see how much energy is required to do that. There are YouTube videos, because that was like a really popular Reddit question, which is like, how much do you have to slap a turkey in order to like cook it? But someone did a back of the envelope calculation where they found the energy required, and because you use one of the fundamental heat equation formulas, Q thermal energy is equal to MC delta T. I think M is mass, C is specific heat energy, and delta T is change in temperature. So if you're just looking for the amount of energy required to cook a turkey, then you would just get one solid number, right? But that is instantaneous energy. So while that number was true, it was inaccurate because it did not take into account the amount of time required to cook the turkey. So if you were to slap it with that much energy, that would be like using TNT, and essentially you would blow the turkey up in a single slap if you had that much energy. And you just bash my 1/1. And you would like, you know, scorch the outside. It would be charred, but the inside would still be relatively uncooked because it didn't have time to actually cook properly. So, I don't know, maybe Francois is going to hang turkeys on the end of his rocket engines, and he'll cook the turkeys. And then, oh, dude, you could have turkeys on the front of your rocket so that when the rockets are re-entering Earth's atmosphere, all of that, like, reverse adiabatic heat on the front of the rocket will cook the turkeys. And it would act as like cushioning. I think I could do your job and better, come to think of it. Do this, do this, do this, do this. Fuck. Okay, well maybe he'll trade into it. What's up, Slanesh? I'm playing decks from 10 plus years ago. So I played 5 games with Face Hunter from 2014. I played 5 games of Zulok from 2013. And I'm playing 5 games of Secrets Paladin from 2017. And I have found that these decks are absolutely garbage, and they can't keep up with the newer cards. So I'm just kind of doing an experiment, and I'll make a YouTube video about this too, on like kind of, because I used to play the game, right? So I was thinking I could make a video on like what I think of the game when it first came out versus in the middle when I was playing versus now. And in my experience, it seems like aggro has more value. So the damage that I was doing with my aggro decks was pretty similar to what they were doing. However, the enemy had more cards. They had card removal, they had card draw. They had much more value out of their cards than I had in my cards. And that's just my observation. Do you normally talk about engineering stuff on your channel? I talk about anything. I talk about Hearthstone. I talk about games that I've played or games that are coming out. If you want to talk about engineering stuff or if there's a topic that interests you, I'll talk about it. I make my own comedy videos. I write comedy and all that stuff. So like if you're into comedy, I'll talk about that too. What do I want to do here? I can like true silver, hero power, equality. No, I don't need to equality. That's kind of too much. Do want to like hero power, get this off the board.
Reporting for duty.
Don't be dull.
He didn't have a great board clear last turn, so let's assume he doesn't have one this turn and I can keep my Murloc. Engineering. Yeah, thanks for linking that, Savannah. Oh, there's his board clear.
Unity, precision, perfection.
But yeah, I talk about all kinds of things. I talk about my experience living in the Bay Area, my experience in the Philippines, learning languages, Spanish, Japanese, Tagalog.
Don't be dull.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, and as you can see that, you know, I have IRL friends that studied engineering, so it's not just me that you can have this conversation with.
Be dull.
All right, hopefully this is sufficient to kill him. He can brawl for 10. I'll still have one minion. Hopefully these blow him up for 8, and then I have a little bit of burst in hand. Okay, I should have lethal here. I can't play everything, but that's. I feel like this has to happen because that's 5 damage, 5 into 5, no matter what. Maybe I do this. I hit him for 1. Hilarious. Or, okay. Is that enough? No, it's not.
Don't worry, lads. The cavalry's here.
I'm 1 off. If I had hit him for at least 2, I would have had lethal. It's close, very close. No, the bash. Okay, so I went 0 and 5 with this deck. I think I can conclusively say that slower mid-range decks have no chance against newer decks. Aggro has a slight chance because of its ability to burst down, but has no sustain. This is mid-range Hunter from 2014. I'll try that. Oh, you're Filipino? So you're Kapabayan?
I defend.
Yeah, I know where BGC is. Some family lives in BGC. Like, around, like, the Forbes area. Oh, you ain't Filipino? Thank goodness. Honestly, I was a little worried because, I mean, I'm Filipino and I don't like the... Nah.
The moment is upon us.
Speaking of the Philippines, and if you want to know about culture and engineering, I was talking to... When I was studying there, I was talking about what my friends wanted to do when they graduated college, right, in the Philippines. And one of the guys said, or he gave me this example. He said, think about mangoes in the Philippines. The Philippines is known for its export of mangoes, right? Now, all over the world, people think that the Philippines has the best mangoes. And that's true. But if you are in the Philippines, it is actually much more difficult to find quality mangoes. Why? Because they export all of their best mangoes to other places in the world. Which means that the same is true for the engineers and the people in the Philippines. He was saying that the infrastructure in the Philippines is so poor because people, the best engineers in the Philippines, also have dreams of leaving. And what that does is I can save this for removal. What that does is that it incentivizes people to leave the country. And he said that his dream was to stay in the Philippines because he loves his country so much that he would rather improve it from the inside as opposed to leaving the country. And I thought that was an interesting analogy to talk about mangoes and kind of like what it's like in the Philippines and like why their infrastructure isn't very good. Oh, there's a taunt in the way. I'm the first Filipino to be an engineer that I know. So, just to give you an idea, when I first went to the Philippines, I think when I first started, the amount of mechanical engineers in my class were maybe 200, something like that. Pretty high amount. But when I graduated, there were less than 20 because so many people, well, it's the Philippines. Maybe they couldn't afford it, maybe they didn't have the resources, so on and so forth. But a lot of people dropped because of money, or maybe it was too difficult, or a lot of people skipped class, like played Dota. So this is the removal that I was talking about.
It's time to even the scale.
I will train you.
Put stuff on the board. But yeah, there were very, very few engineers by the time I finished there. Seems the best nurses leave. Yeah.
Starting the operation.
Zoinks. There's no way I'm getting past that. No, there is. Iron Beak Owl. That's not helpful. Maybe a random beast. That's not helpful. I think there's a lost cause, I'm gonna be honest. I lost 5 points from that, which means that other guy was not worth a lot of elo. But what I can say is if you're going to pursue or continue to pursue engineering, the most important part is like staying curious. You know, when you think about how and why things work, that is internal motivation, right? You want to know why things work. That's the most interesting part. So anyone you have a conversation with, whether it's in any field, biology, statistics, theater, any field, you know, you can talk to them about their interest or anything else. You know, you talk about like they're doing an ancient Greek play and there's like Ptolemy and other Greek references, you know, the history of science and engineering. You'll have a lot more to talk about. What am I eating? I'm eating a very protein-dense meal. It's Greek yogurt with peanut butter and like protein cereal. It's not very... It doesn't look appetizing, but it's like eating a freaking cake. It's very decadent. Very hipster. It's like just eating cake. It's... I can't imagine. It's like, oh. It's tasty. Math? Yeah. A lot of people I know in the Philippines did drop because of math. My school had a policy where if you failed a course 3 times, you would automatically be ejected from that major. You would have to pick a different major. So, and turns out it's true in America, is that when a lot of people in mechanical engineering are unable to finish, they switch to civil engineering or even something like accounting. I probably should have done this first for the knife juggler. Because civil engineering doesn't... You do like trust problems, which you learn in mechanical engineering anyway. Like I said, mechanical engineering is kind of like a fundamental engineering. So you end up learning that anyway. So, you know, civil is kind of like the fallback plan for mechanical engineers. Civil, no. Civil is, I believe that civil is probably is the easiest engineering to get into. Put a 7 attack weapon into my 1/1? Something ain't righty. What's the most difficult engineering degree? Sparkling Mango thinks electronics. I would say only because I personally hate it. Chemical engineering. I don't... Why did you just do that? Why is the music so loud? Sorry, this lo-fi song is hella loud. I said that I think chemical engineering is the hardest because I don't like chemistry. I never really cared for chemistry. What part of the world are you from? Are you also American? I mean, you visited the Philippines, right?
There be no treasure.
The UK? You must know sparkling mango then. If it helps, I can do an accent. I've been practicing it. I could sound a little more posh. Or a little more rugged, you know, the Cockney. A little more Jason Statham, so to say. So you're telling me, if I don't win this game, I'll die. Your accent is more grubby. I don't know anything about UK terms. Sparkling Mango has been very, very kind in trying to teach me how roadmen speak. That'd be useful.
Sylvanas versus Thrall. My elements are frightful.
I will never serve.
I can't. I don't even know how they talk. Like, the slang that they use. Here, there's like a video that I was watching that you might find funny. You might have even seen this before. I don't know who this is, but Central C explaining UK slang with a freestyle.
I'm giving them UK slang, my brother, my fam, my act. They don't understand, I'm giving them UK slang, my brother, my fam, my act. You say the feds just done asleep, we say the boy them running my gaff. You say on God no cat, we say swear on your life don't gas.
Swear
You say
on your life
block,
don't
we
gas.
say jump out and slide and crash. You call it machine, we call it a mash. Strip club and they're shaking ass, but in my words they're shaking yash. We don't trap in abandoned buildings, shots get hit out of vacant flats. In other words, apartment.
Nah.
Hidden compartments get detached. Free all the members that got back. You say what's up, we say wagwan.
Wagwan, that's one I remember, because that's like a shortening of what's going on. Wagwan, right? Wagwan. That's like, what is the Jamaican language called? Pio? I think that's like Jamaican. Patois, that's what it's called.
Armor! Lightly used armor.
Watch Top Boy. The only rapper I've heard. No, I've heard two. I've heard Stormzy. And I've heard
Let none survive.
Stormzy and Who sings Shut Down? Skepta. Skepta. I've heard those two rap before. Do you know who Top Boy is? Sparkling Mango. You taught your Chinese friend English and he doesn't have an American. He has a broken English grubby accent. Liverpool.
It's time to even the scale. A minion with taunts is in the way.
Oh, of course. Top Boy is a TV series. Basically, drug dealers trying to be the top boy. That reminds me, there was like a really popular TV show like Sidemen. Something like that. I didn't watch it, but like I heard that was really popular.
Armor! Armor! Lightly used armor!
Because I'm not a huge streamer. I don't have a ton of viewers.
Let none survive! Put this apple on your head!
Let none survive. Let none survive.
I have no time for games!
The moment is upon us.